position? What have you seen so far from Radford? What are you guys preparing for on Saturday?
Pretty much the same thing we've been seeing. A lot of dribble drives, a lot of ball screens. They've got really good quickness on the perimeter. They're relatively young, but they're really athletic, a little small inside, kind of like what we've been seeing.
Rap about going up against his brother.
You got a haircut.
Yeah. Well, he's got the family coming out.
I know. You got a haircut for the whole deal. No, actually, when we did the scout yesterday, the players were like, "No rain." And they said, "Yeah, that's Sweat's brother."
Do you know anything about him coming out of high school? I mean, it seems that he was the same type of player in Minnesota that Kevin was in terms of production. That's what
He just didn't have the size. He's a wing. He's not a. He's a very good three-point shooter. So he is.
Seems pretty obvious, but I mean, how important is it at this point with a couple non-conference games remaining that you are able to continue to win going into conference slate? I mean, how much will that help in terms of confidence that's going to be going forward?
It's pretty important for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
I would think. We've got 3 more games at home. It'd be nice to kind of have a 4 game, I guess, 4-game win streak here at home. Get ready to go on the road and go win some games in the Big 12 on the road.
You've always said you like to tell your guys where they stand for postseason stuff, and that's a long way away, obviously, but what do you feel like you all are going to have to accomplish given the way non-conference play has gone thus far to be able to be in contention come Selection Sunday?
We got to win games, We're going to win games, and we're going to have to get some quality wins. Probably our best win to date is probably Virginia Tech. And that depends on what they do the rest of the year. But, it's so early. Who knows who's going to do what? I think the Oakland win at the end of the day will be a good win for us. I think they're a team that, could get in their league and win a bunch of games.
It seemed as though you've been pleased with the way guys had approached their work ethic since you came back from Michigan. Has that followed through in the days since the Oakland game?
Pleased is a stretch. But they've been better. It's the whole thing's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's not like you come out here 2 days. When I was growing up, my neighbor about once a month he'd stay after practice, and shoot with me. I figured he ought to be able to shoot like I could because he showed up once a month. But it's not like that. You got to be in here all the time. You got to be in here every day. It's like somebody working on their craft. You don't do it once in a while and think you're going to be good at it. It just doesn't work like that.
You said after the last game you didn't have any concerns about Dennis losing his way or anything with 2 consecutive games that he went at 9 minutes. What have you seen from him in terms of his mentality, his preparation, that you feel like whatever he's going through right now, he can push through it and become the player that you hope he could be, if there isn't?
We had a good session yesterday. I think Dennis understands what he's doing wrong. It's a matter of, not to sound whatever, but it's a game of neuromuscular integration. And you have to practice the right things. You can't practice the wrong things because whatever you do over a period of time becomes ingrained in the neuromuscular system. And it's harder to change that than it is to start from scratch. And it's like somebody who started out with a terrible golf swing. It's hard to fix, because you have to do it so many times to create that neuromuscular pattern. And, that's why it's important to be in the gym. And that's why it's important to be in the gym and do things the right way. Not just being in the gym, but being there and doing things the right way.
He's a player who coming into the season was, talking about his leadership role and being the, most veteran player on the team. Have you seen that continue despite lack of direction on the court?
Being a leader entails leading by example. The guys that try to lead vocally and don't do what they're supposed to do themselves, guys don't pay attention to. Guys pay attention to the guys who earn their respect, and that's what it comes down to. It comes down to earning your teammates' respect, which is like guys like Darius Nichols did, like guys like Keishan did, guys like KJ did. The respect is earned. It's not. We're just not going to say, "Oh yeah, that's my leader because he talks a lot." That's anybody on any team. You gotta lead by example.
Do you have to nurture his confidence along it all right now? I mean, I'm sure he, as you've said, he's very conscious that he's not playing well right now. You have to say things to him outside of practice to keep him up a little bit, or?
No, I've told him we'll fix it, but you got to come in and really want to fix it. It's not that totally difficult to fix, but you got to want to fix it, and you got to put the time in to fix it. And if you don't put the time in to fix it, then you're not going to get it fixed. It's a matter of work, Like the guy said, working hard doesn't guarantee success, but it sure as hell gives you a better chance. There's a lot of truth there, So you get in and you work at it, and you work at the right things. You don't continue to work at things that aren't the right things. I thought we had a good session with them yesterday, but I can't be there 24/7. He's got to be able to do things on his own and know what to work on. Which he does know what to work on. He knew what to work on yesterday. He knew what the problems were.
Do you find that that's the case with a lot of players on this team, that they're aware of their deficiencies and what they haven't done well so far this season, and it's a matter of just coming out and doing it, as opposed to they're not quite aware of what they're supposed to be doing?
Come on, let's be honest. If you're 18, 19-year-old kids, you don't think they're delusional? They're all going to play in the NBA. No, I don't think everybody is. The first step at getting better is admitting that you need fixing things, and which Dennis has done. And that's a big step for a lot of people. A lot of people want to blame the coach, blame the offense, blame where they played, blame the rims, blame this, blame that. Didn't any of that stuff. Just doing things the right way.
You'd previously said that, when the guys are in school having to worry about finals, you can't have them in here all day. Are your practices different this time of year than they would have been a week ago?
Yeah, much.
How so?
Put more time in. You can go watch film for an hour and then come out on the floor, do what you got to do, and then go back in and watch film for practice. You can go back in and watch film of what we didn't do well. We can go offense in the morning and defense in the afternoon with film session, or looking at here's what our problems are defensively, now let's go fix it, give them a break, come back and say here's what our problems are offensively. They're a lot different.
You just simply not have the time to go as in depth at other points? Are you able to be more fine-toothed about things at this time of year, just as a result of the time?
Because of time. You gotta understand, man, that, whoever doesn't think this is a very complicated game has never played it, doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. This is a lot of stuff, and you go right from busting your butt defensively to running down and playing offense. The ball goes out of bounds, you gotta know out of bounds plays. Goes out on the side, you gotta know side out of bounds plays. Offense and defense. You gotta understand transition defense. Are they playing a 3-2 zone? They playing a 1-2-2 zone. They playing a 1-3-1 zone. They playing a 2-3 zone. It's a whole lot more complex than what some people write.